The internet is on fire right now, and no one saw this coming. A shocking leak just dropped out of nowhere, and it's already turning the entire T.I. and Shekinah drama into something darker, bigger, and way more explosive than anything we've seen before. Because if the rumors are true, then a secret $600,000 cocaine clause tied directly to T.I. has just been exposed, and the craziest part? People are saying Shekinah is the one who leaked it. Within minutes, timelines blew up. TikTok creators started posting theories like they were solving a crime scene. Twitter spaces filled up with hundreds of people dissecting every detail, every screenshot, every voice note, every shady Instagram post from the past. Nobody knows what's real yet, but everyone thinks they do. And right in the middle of all this chaos is Shekinah, overwhelmed, emotional, terrified, and possibly holding secrets that could flip this entire story upside down. Because this leak, it isn't just messy. It isn't just scandalous. It's the kind of revelation that destroys friendships, breaks families, and exposes truths nobody was ever supposed to see. So what really happened with that $600,000 clause? And why is the internet pointing fingers at Shekinah? Today, we're breaking it all down. The moment that $600,000 clause leaked, everything changed. The internet didn't just react, it detonated. People weren't just talking, they were spiraling into theories, connecting dots that didn't exist, stitching together screenshots, voice notes, old lives, old interviews, anything that could turn this into the scandal of the year. And somehow, in the middle of all this digital chaos, every finger started pointing toward one person, Shekinah. Whether she leaked it or not didn't matter, the internet decided she did. Within minutes, people were digging into her past drama like detectives with nothing to lose. Old fallouts, old arguments, old emotional breakdowns, every moment she ever had online was suddenly being replayed as if it were a clue. Some were saying, she's been hinting at this for years, while others insisted this was all a setup, that someone else leaked the clause and blamed her because she's the easiest target. And honestly, that theory wasn't far-fetched. Shekinah has always been the one who gets dragged the hardest whenever anything goes wrong around T.I. or Tiny. She cries, she breaks down, she speaks from the heart, and people use it against her every single time. But then things took a turn nobody expected. Someone posted a blurry screenshot that supposedly showed the $600,000 cocaine clause, a paragraph circled in red, a note scribbled on the side, and a single line mentioning controlled substances incident. There was no context, no date, no contract number, nothing concrete. But the internet didn't care. The lack of proof made it even juicier. And the worst part? Some people started claiming the handwriting on the side looked exactly like Shekinah's. That's when the real chaos started. Comments poured in like wildfire. She exposed him. She finally snapped. This is revenge. She's been holding this in for years. And with every new accusation, every new theory, every new lie, her name trended even harder. Inside sources, or people pretending to be inside sources, started speaking out. One claimed she was tired of protecting people who don't protect her. Another claimed she wasn't supposed to leak it, but someone forced her hand. None of them had proof. All of them had attention. People close to Shekinah later said she went completely silent when she saw her name trending. Not the loud, dramatic online silence she's known for, but the real, frightening kind. She didn't text anyone back. She didn't answer calls. She didn't even open her Instagram DMs. She sat on her couch, phone in her hand, staring at the leak over and over like she couldn't believe her life had somehow become the center of a $600,000 scandal. Meanwhile, T.I.'s silence made everything even worse. Usually he would jump online, clap back, post a slick comment, drop a shady line, laugh it off, something. But this time, nothing. Not a word. And the internet interpreted that silence however they wanted. Some said he was quiet because the clause was real. Others said he was letting lawyers handle it behind the scenes. A few insisted he was waiting for the right moment to expose who leaked it, and they were certain it was Shekinah. There were even people claiming Tiny knew about the clause, that she had seen it before, that this wasn't new information to her. That was another rumor that spread like wildfire. Old clips of Tiny looking tired or stressed were suddenly being labeled as proof she knew something. Edits of Shekinah crying from years ago were being reposted with captions like "She tried to warn us." It didn't matter if any of it was true. Truth wasn't important anymore. Storytelling was. As the drama built, TikTok creators started recreating dramatic scenes of what they believe happened. Actors playing T.I., extras pretending to be hotel staff, creators whispering exclusive details they made up on the spot. Gossip pages reposted everything without checking anything. Blogs started writing full articles based on tweets from random burner accounts. Every hour, the story changed. Every update added a new layer of chaos. But behind the scenes, something much more emotional was happening. Shekinah wasn't angry. She wasn't plotting revenge. She wasn't trying to expose anyone. She was scared. Really scared. Because no matter how this started, she knew how it would end, with her being blamed again. She whispered to a close friend, "If I say something, they'll twist it. If I stay quiet, they'll blame me. I can't win with these people." And sadly, she wasn't wrong. The internet wasn't asking for the truth. They were asking for entertainment. Her pain had become a storyline. Her silence had become suspicious. Her emotions had become memes. And in the shadows of all of this, the one question nobody could answer, the question that kept everything on fire, was simple. Who leaked the $600,000 cocaine clause? And why did the internet decide Shekinah did? As the night dragged on, the chaos around the leaked clause kept getting thicker, louder, and harder to escape. People weren't just speculating anymore. They were acting like investigators on a mission to destroy someone's reputation. And because Shekinah stayed silent, the internet took that silence and twisted it into guilt. Every minute she didn't respond, every hour she didn't deny it, every post she didn't make, became proof in the eyes of millions. Screenshot accounts were zooming into her old posts like forensic experts. Someone even claimed they found her hidden confession in an old livestream where she said, "I'm done protecting people." That clip, taken completely out of context, went viral with captions saying, "She admitted it long ago." Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Shekinah was falling apart. One of her friends said she was shaking so hard she dropped her phone twice trying to respond to the messages flooding her inbox. She kept asking, "Why is this happening again? Why is it always me?" She felt trapped, like no matter what she did, no matter what she said, the internet had already written the ending to her story. The worst part, she didn't even know if the leaked clause was real. She didn't know who posted it, she didn't know why her name was attached to it, and she didn't know how she was supposed to defend herself from something she didn't understand. At the same time, a different theory was gaining momentum, one that pointed away from Shekinah and directly at someone else close to the situation. A small gossip page posted that the leak came from someone familiar with the original contract. They didn't name anyone, but they claimed the person was tired of being silent and wanted the truth out. That post blew up instantly. People started speculating that a former team member, or someone connected to T.I.'s past business deals, was behind it. Some even accused old associates who hadn't been seen publicly in years. Theories got wilder by the minute, but somehow, every theory eventually circled back to Shekinah, because she was the only one the internet could easily attack. Meanwhile, T.I.'s silence was becoming the biggest plot twist of the entire scandal. People kept refreshing his page, waiting for a reaction, but there was nothing. No clapback, no statement, no interview clip, no cryptic quote, nothing at all. And that nothing spoke louder than anything he could have said. Fans started posting comments under his old pictures like, "If this is fake, say something, and your silence is not helping." But he didn't budge. Some claimed he was gearing up for a legal response. Others insisted he was waiting for the storm to calm down before saying anything. But the most popular theory? He was waiting for Shekinah to speak first. As the theories piled up, a new twist hit the timeline, a voice note. Grainy, low quality, barely understandable, but supposedly connected to the clause. In the recording, a woman sounded frustrated, saying, "I didn't want to be part of this. I told them I didn't want this in my name." That one sentence lit the internet on fire again. People instantly claimed it was Shekinah's voice. Some swore they recognized her tone. Others argued it wasn't her at all. But the truth didn't matter, the internet decided it was her. Shekinah saw the voice note. And when she played it, she burst into tears, not because she thought it sounded like her, but because she realized how easily people could fake anything and blame her for it. She told a friend, "They're gonna believe whatever fits the drama. I can't fight millions of people." Her friend said she was shaking so hard she couldn't even hold her phone right. And while she was breaking down privately, someone else was watching from the shadows, someone who knew exactly where that voice note came from, and knew that what was coming next would make the clause leak look small. The internet thought the $600,000 clause was the peak of the scandal. They had no idea the biggest shock was still on the way. By the time morning hit, the rumor had evolved into something no one could control anymore. It wasn't just a leak. It wasn't just a clause. It wasn't just another celebrity scandal. It had turned into a full-blown conspiracy with thousands of people convinced they had cracked the truth. And the worst part, every new theory kept circling back to Shekinah, even when the evidence had nothing to do with her. One account claimed they found a missing page from the contract, a grainy screenshot that looked like it was taken on a flip phone, and people still believed it. Another page posted a voice note of a woman crying, insisting it was Shekinah apologizing for accidentally exposing T.I. A random burner account even tweeted, "She didn't mean to leak it, she was just venting to a friend," and somehow that became a whole storyline. The internet wasn't just guessing anymore, it was writing the script for her. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, Shekinah was trying to breathe. People close to her said she kept staring at her phone like she was waiting for it to burst into flames. Every refresh brought a new lie attached to her name. Every repost twisted the story even further. And the worst part, she was terrified of saying anything publicly. She knew one wrong word, one shaky breath, one emotional moment could be taken and turned into confirmation. She'd been through this before, and the scars from the last time hadn't even healed. But while she was drowning in silence, T.I.'s quietness was causing its own storm. Some people claimed his team was preparing a huge statement. Others insisted he was planning to sue whoever leaked the contract. A few were convinced he was staying silent because if he spoke, people would know the clause was real. The internet twisted every possible angle into something sinister. His silence wasn't just silence anymore, it was a mystery waiting to be solved. That's when things took an even darker turn. A small gossip page posted a claim that they had spoken to someone directly connected to the negotiation of the $600,000 agreement. They didn't post proof, they didn't post screenshots, they didn't even post a name, just a single message saying, it wasn't supposed to come out like this. And even though it sounded like something anyone could make up, the internet ran with it like it was gospel truth. Suddenly everyone believed that more pages existed, more secrets were hidden, and more receipts were about to hit the timeline. Creators began predicting a second leak. Others started counting down fake timestamps like a trailer for a movie. People started saying Shekinah was about to drop the real story, even though she hadn't said a word in over 24 hours. Some were convinced she was negotiating with blogs. Others swore she was being silenced. Nobody actually knew anything, but everyone pretended they knew everything. Tiny, who had been quiet through the entire mess, started trending too. Someone edited an old clip of her looking uncomfortable during an interview and captioned it, "Tiny knew something wasn't right." The clip wasn't related to the scandal at all, but truth didn't matter anymore. Anything that felt dramatic became a clue. Anything that felt emotional became evidence. And anything that looked suspicious, even if it wasn't, became fact. By midnight, Shekinah reached her breaking point. Not publicly, not online, not in a dramatic live video, but privately, in a way that made her closest friends genuinely worried. They said she whispered, "Why does everything always come back on me? Why am I the villain again?" She wasn't angry, she was defeated. Because once the internet chose its villain, there was no escaping it. And somewhere in the middle of all this chaos, something else was brewing, something that nobody saw coming. There were whispers of another document. Another page. Another leak. A new twist that would flip the entire narrative upside down. And this time, the internet wasn't prepared. And now we're standing at the edge of this entire mess, staring at a story that still doesn't make sense, watching a scandal the internet created spin faster than anyone can keep up. Because at the end of the day, none of us were in that room. None of us saw the contract. None of us know who really leaked that $600,000 clause. Maybe Shekinah did it. Maybe she didn't. Maybe someone close to her wanted to watch her fall apart. Or maybe this whole thing was a setup designed to break every relationship connected to T.I., Tiny, and anyone around them. The truth could drop tomorrow, or it could stay hidden forever. That's the scary part. But right now, I want to hear from you. Not the gossip pages. Not the fake insiders. Not the people making edits for clout. You, the real viewers who've been here from the beginning. Do you think Shekinah leaked the clause on purpose? Do you think T.I. is hiding something with that silence? Do you think Tiny knows more than she's letting on? Or is this entire $600,000 cocaine clause nothing but one giant internet illusion that everyone fell for? Drop your thoughts in the comments, all of them. Don't hold back. I'm reading everything, and trust me, your opinion matters more than any rumor out there. And listen, if you want the next chapter, if you want every twist, every leak, every hidden detail the blogs are too scared to touch, then hit that like button right now. It lets me know you're here for the truth, not the noise. And if you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications, because this story, it's far from over. The next reveal is already forming in the shadows, and when it hits, you'll want to be here the second it drops. Stay locked in. The real storm is coming.